Have you ever looked around your home and wondered why God has you there? Maybe your house feels too small. Maybe it's too noisy. Maybe you live alone and the silence feels overwhelming. Perhaps your home is filled with unfinished projects, financial pressure, or constant responsibilities that leave little room to breathe. If you're honest, you've probably imagined how much easier it would be to grow spiritually if your circumstances were different. If I had a better home, if life were less stressful, if everyone around me understood me. But what if the very place you've been wishing to escape is becoming the place where God is shaping you the most? Throughout Scripture, God often performed His deepest work in ordinary places, not magnificent temples or famous mountains, but in homes, kitchens, deserts, prisons, and quiet rooms. Your current environment may not be an accident. It may be your classroom. Today we're exploring how your home environment is fostering new spiritual growth. By the end of this video, you may begin seeing your walls, your daily routines, and even your interruptions in a completely different light. Before we begin, take a moment to subscribe, like this video, and share it with someone who needs encouragement today. Now let's discover what God may already be doing inside the place you call home. Every believer has seasons. Some seasons happen in public, others happen behind closed doors. We often assume God only moves in dramatic places, church services filled with worship, conferences, mission trips, or miraculous moments. Yet Scripture tells another story. God frequently met people where they lived. Abraham welcomed heavenly visitors outside his tent. Mary received the announcement of Jesus while living an ordinary life. The disciples gathered in homes before churches ever existed. Jesus himself spent nearly 30 years living a simple family life before beginning his public ministry. Those hidden years weren't wasted. They were preparation. Likewise, your current home is more than an address. It is territory entrusted to you. Whether it's an apartment, a small house, a rented room, or a place that doesn't yet feel like home, God knows every detail within those walls. Joshua 24:15 says, "As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord." Notice Joshua didn't say, "As for my perfect house." He simply dedicated whatever God had given him. Many believers spend years waiting for a future home before cultivating spiritual habits. But God often asks us to steward today's space before He entrusts tomorrow's. The atmosphere inside a home isn't created by expensive furniture. It is shaped by prayer. It is shaped by forgiveness. It is shaped by gratitude. Every act of kindness becomes part of your home's spiritual foundation. Every worship song changes the atmosphere. Every Bible opened declares that Christ is welcome there. Perhaps you've underestimated what heaven sees when it looks at your home. God isn't measuring square footage. He is watching faithfulness. Your territory becomes holy whenever your heart welcomes His presence. Let's be honest. Home isn't always peaceful. Children argue, bills arrive, laundry piles up, repairs wait, schedules collide. Sometimes your greatest spiritual battles happen before breakfast. It's tempting to think chaos is preventing your growth. But what if God is using it? Tension creates strength. Athletes become stronger through resistance. Trees develop deeper roots during storms. Likewise, our faith often matures through ordinary frustrations. James 1:2-4 teaches us, "Consider it pure joy whenever you face trials, because the testing of your faith produces perseverance." Notice James doesn't limit trials to dramatic hardships. Even everyday inconveniences reveal our hearts. How do we respond when plans change? How do we speak when we're exhausted? How patient are we when no one notices our sacrifices? These moments expose areas where God still wants to transform us. Domestic chaos often becomes spiritual training. God isn't merely interested in your behavior during Sunday worship. He's interested in how you respond when dishes overflow, when someone interrupts your quiet time, or when unexpected expenses appear. Sometimes the greatest miracle isn't that your circumstances change. It's that your heart changes while your circumstances remain the same. Peace isn't the absence of noise. Peace is the presence of Christ within the noise. Jesus slept during a storm because his peace came from his relationship with the Father, not his surroundings. That same peace is available inside your home today. Instead of asking God to remove every inconvenience, perhaps begin asking, "Lord, what are you teaching me through this?" The answer may become one of the greatest spiritual lessons of your life. Every home needs a sacred place, not because God only listens there, but because we need places that remind us to seek Him. It doesn't have to be impressive. Maybe it's one chair, one corner, one desk, one window. One place where distractions fade and your heart becomes attentive. Jesus often withdrew to lonely places to pray. He understood the value of intentional solitude. Life constantly competes for our attention. Phones vibrate, televisions play, tasks multiply. Without intentional space, spiritual growth slowly weakens. Imagine setting aside just 15 or 20 minutes each day. No distractions, no scrolling, only scripture, prayer, silence, listening. That small corner becomes an altar, not because of furniture, but because of surrender. Many spiritual revivals throughout history began with one individual quietly seeking God. Your isolated corner may become the birthplace of wisdom for your family. It may become the place where anxiety loses its grip, where forgiveness begins, where difficult decisions become clear. Never underestimate hidden faithfulness. Heaven celebrates what the world never notices. Your private devotion builds public strength. When no one sees your prayers, God does. When no one hears your worship, heaven hears. Great spiritual breakthroughs often begin in unnoticed places. Comparison quietly steals contentment. Social media constantly shows beautiful homes, perfect kitchens, beautiful decorations, organized spaces, picture-perfect families. It's easy to believe everyone else is living a more blessed life. But comparison blinds us to God's work in our own story. The enemy doesn't need to destroy your home. Sometimes he only needs to convince you that someone else's is better. Paul says in Philippians 4, verse 11, "I have learned to be content, whatever the circumstances." Contentment doesn't mean settling for less. It means recognizing God's presence before your circumstances improve. Every home carries hidden struggles. The beautiful homes online don't reveal private tears, financial worries, loneliness, health battles, broken relationships. Appearances rarely tell the whole story. God isn't asking you to steward someone else's house. He's asking you to faithfully care for yours. Stop comparing walls. Start filling your own with prayer. Stop wishing for another family story. Begin embracing the one God is writing through you. Your current environment may become someone else's testimony tomorrow. The home that feels ordinary today could become the place where generations learn to trust God. Farmers understand something many believers forget. Harvest never comes immediately. Seeds disappear into the ground before they ever become visible. Spiritually, the same principle applies. Let us not become weary in doing good, For at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Perhaps you've been praying faithfully, reading scripture consistently, serving your family, choosing forgiveness, speaking of life instead of criticism. Yet nothing seems to be changing. Don't mistake hidden growth for absent growth. Roots always develop before fruit appears. God is cultivating something beneath the surface. Your home may feel ordinary today, but ordinary obedience produces extraordinary harvests over time. Every prayer plants another seed. Every act of grace waters the soil. Every decision to trust God strengthens unseen roots. One day you'll look back and realize God wasn't delaying your breakthrough. He was preparing both you and the ground where it would flourish. Keep cultivating. Keep believing. Keep loving. Keep serving. God never wastes faithful seasons. As we finish today, remember this. Your home is more than the place where you sleep. It is a place where God is shaping your character, strengthening your faith, teaching patience, cultivating gratitude, and preparing you for what comes next. Don't overlook the sacred opportunities hidden in ordinary days. The dishes, the conversations, the quiet mornings, the difficult evenings, the unexpected interruptions. God is present in them all. He is turning everyday moments into eternal lessons. So instead of asking, "When will I leave this season?" perhaps begin asking, "Lord, what beautiful work are you doing within me while I'm here?" Your current home may not be your final destination, but it can absolutely become the place where your next spiritual breakthrough begins. If this message encouraged your heart, let us know in the comments. God is growing me where I am planted. Take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who may need this reminder today. May the Lord fill your home with His peace, your heart with unwavering hope, and your life with the quiet confidence that He is working in every room, every season, and every moment. Until next time, may God bless you abundantly, and may His presence always dwell within your home.